Hi guys, so I'm at the house at the border near Geisa, and behind me you see actually the border strip, and over there that's the west, and on the other side over there that's the east, and we're gonna go from here to Point Alpha, which was an important American station. And which was right across German, East German station. So I'm here by this border stone, which is here already for 130 years? 150 years?
Since 1866.
Since 1866, and this is the SW stands for Saxon Weimar, and on the other side, yeah, you go here, probably you can see with the shade. But that's KP, which is a kingdom of Prussia, Preußen, and that's the old, basically border between the north of Germany and the south. And they also used this old border as the border between the US occupation zone and the Russian occupation zone. And actually, you maybe see again, oops, the white poles with the red top that marked the border between East and West Germany or East and West Europe. It's amazing, like one step west, east. Okay. Okay, so the east-west border was marked by these poles all along the border, and that was the actual border, not the fences, because initially there were no fences, but then a lot of people from the east went to the west. It said almost 4 million people left the DDR to go to the west, and then later in the around the 60s they made the border more strong and severe to prevent people from leaving. And so then behind me there was like a whole you would have a fence there, and behind it another fence, so double fence, and before that the 5-kilometer zone that you couldn't enter. So it became really very hard for people to go from the east to the west. So I'm standing in front of a fence here, and that's built around the year 70, like 69, 70, 71, 72, and it was said to that it's built to keep the Wests out of the east, but I'm now on the east side. So, and if you go look on the other side, yeah, well, how long do you think it would take for somebody from the west to make it to the east side? Not very long, I think, since you can see the bolts are in this side here as well. So it would be very easy to make it from the west to the east. So this kind of shows that the fence wasn't built to keep people out, but to keep people inside. Okay, so we're going a little bit through time. So this is the fence from the fences from the 60s, and here where we're walking now, you can see it's not so hard to climb across, but we're in the middle of a minefield here. Oh, this is Point Alpha, and on that side over there, that was the American tower, and there you have the DDR tower, the East German tower, and right in front is the fence, so they could really kind of see each other very easily. Here you see actually also two lines of defense, or like prevention, that people leave. So you have the dogs who are trained to attack people, of course, and then you also had this here, which was basically built to prevent from vehicles to go from the east side to the west side. So kind of hard to get over this by car, because it happened before that. They just crashed through a fence and drove to the west. So they built this barrier for over 600 kilometers. I'm here now actually at Point Alpha from the American Tower, and you can see, you can easily see the tower of the Eastern German side, also the fence. So yeah, the guards could see everything what happened here, and then there was a story which was quite dramatic story that unfolded here. Christmas Eve, 1975. Two boys, a 17-year-old, wanted to cross from the east to the west, and the guards here, they saw everything happening, and there was a new defense system in place on the fences. So they built mines on the fences. So if you triggered it, it detonated and you got projectiles in your way, like little pieces of metal. And so one of the boys started climbing, triggered the mine, fell down, injured. The Americans thought he was dead, so they let that known to the authorities. So the news was sent to the west, and then the local people put the cross there as a memorial. And then later, when actually the wall came down, the 17-year-old boy, then of course adult, lived. So he was still alive, and came public with that, and he spent after his attempt spent his time in the prison, as did his 17-year-old friend. So that was the reality right here. Very tense, of course, because the Americans from this side, they couldn't act at all. It would be seen as a provocation. And behind me you see the town of Geisa. Okay, so symbol of the division between east and the west. And I still want to tell you a little story that I just found out about during the time of Reagan presidency. The Cold War was really tense, and the Soviet Union thought the NATO would attack, and so very tense situation. And at some point, Colonel Petrov, he saw two blips on his radar coming from the west to the east, which looked like long distance missiles. And he made a judgment call where he thought, okay, well, if the West would attack, they're not just gonna attack with 2, they would probably send 20. So he didn't react. He could have pushed a button, sent troops or missiles from east to west as well. That would have started World War III. Amazing, and so it turned out, of course, to be an error, some kind of reflection or or technical defect. So it's amazing, like how a decision of one man there at that time prevented complete mayhem. Yeah, well, this fence is gone. It's not here anymore. I think that's really good. And now it's the green belt, or the Grünes Band, so going right through Europe, and of course I'm here in the German part. So yeah, come over here, see what happened in the past. Let's not repeat that, please, again, and just enjoy nature and a few German beers, which are